Our reading this evening comes from Ephesians chapter 2, verses 8 to 10. For it is by grace you have been saved, through faith. And this is not from yourselves, it is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. I was asked this morning, if I had to buy a one-way ticket to somewhere, where would it be? Oh, such a tough question. Not just somewhere nice to be on holiday, a place in which to be and do for the long haul. I squirmed a bit at having to make such a decision, however fictional, and chose London. This passage is also about location. It locates the good news of salvation, of being eternally safe with God, as an extraordinary place in Christ Jesus, and helps us consider, where do our everyday actions fit with receiving this gift of eternal safety? Often our relationships are described with this tiny preposition. We're in a team, or we're in a family, or in a group of friends. There are overtones of identity and landmark. But being created in Christ Jesus has much more of a sense of being encased. It has echoes of being enclosed in a womb and nurtured in a family or culture. It reminds us of how Jesus talked about his followers being born a second time, spiritually. Our ability to respond to the love of God and this gift of salvation stems from our identity as God's creation. So coming back to the idea of being God's handiwork is how I begin to face what is asked of me at this time. Most of us have felt a bit overwhelmed by the present circumstances. How well I respond to the tasks of the day, how fruitful I am, how well I work and love is influenced strongly when I remember that God made me and he doesn't make mistakes. He has called me to these daily tasks and the people around me. And he doesn't make mistakes. So whether the tasks of tomorrow are staying at home with Joe Wicks, or homeschooling, or volunteering, or keeping the day job going by balancing your laptop on a makeshift desk, you are God's handiwork. You are created for good in this chaos, and he doesn't make mistakes. You have been carefully shaped, uniquely crafted to do his will. You are still located and held in his divine love.